Hey guys, welcome to the channel. So here's a scenario. You're about to purchase a new vehicle and you're wondering, is it worth it to upgrade to the Recaro seats? What are Recaro seats? Well, today we're going to dive into that complex question. So what are Recaro seats? Recaro Racing seats have been the staple of performance in the car industry for decades. They were founded in 1906 in Germany, and Recaro originally specialized in making high quality furniture. And then they moved to airline seating, and then soon they realized they could take their expertise and apply it to the ultimate racing seats. In the 1960s and the 1970s, car racing became more popular and more competitive. As a result, the need for high performance seats that could keep drivers safe and comfortable during the race became increasingly important. Recaro stepped up to the challenge and began producing racing seats that were designed to meet the demand of the most demanding drivers. It wasn't long before Ford took notice of the Recaro reputation for quality and safety. In the early 1980s, Ford introduced the first Recaro racing seats and options in the Mustang model. These seats were a game changer for the Mustang enthusiast, as not only they provided increased safety, but support during the high-speed driving. But they also added a touch of sportiness and luxury to the Mustang's interior. So fast forward today, Recaro racing seats are still considered some of the best in the business and designed for the driver in safety and comfort in mind. They're featuring a range of innovative technologies that ensure a secure and enjoyable driver experience. The Recaro seats also made with high quality materials such as leather, carbon fiber, and the custom exposed leather stitching. Today's Mustangs arriving on the lots, some of these cars have these seats pre-installed while others will have the standard stock seats. If you were to order a new Mach 1 or a GT Shelby, I believe those come as a standard, but do check. But just say you wanted these seats in your new GT and you were getting a customized model built from the factory. For the Mustang, these seats are around an $1,800 Canadian upgrade option. I believe they're a little less in the US. There is a number of benefits from ordering them from the start, and we will cover that shortly. Now for the features. Why would you consider the upgrade? So first off, they look amazing, hands down. These are a very cool looking racing seat upon approaching the car, and you just know that you're in for an awesome ride. Depending on the vehicle, in Ford's case, they offer custom stitching. This is incredibly cool and why you need to order this right from the start of the factory versus a future upgrade. In my case, I got the accent matching blue stitching with my Atlas Blue Mustang, and it looks incredible throughout. The stitching, the fine details, the craftsmanship's amazing. And last, these seats, they just hug you. And honestly, who doesn't want a good hug? If you're not a huggy person, well, I'll leave that for you to take care of. So essentially we've got 4 settings for the Recaro seat. So the first is our forward slide bar. It's just a bar that pops up and you slide it back and forth. Pretty straightforward stuff. 2 is the backrest. So basically by pulling this, you can adjust it to what you want for your seat style and your upright position. The third, which is really cool, is this guy here, and by adjusting it, you're going to either lower your seat or you're going to pop it up, and you really just change that angle between your feet and your foot pedals and getting that perfect comfortable position. Again, if you are tracking, you're on the race thing, you want to be comfortable throughout the ride, and you're definitely not going to be thinking about changing that. And then the fourth bonus that we get is there is a little handle here, and by pulling this, adjust the seats, your passengers can get in the back, and then afterwards pull it back, and then it just locks into place. And there's no more, it didn't screw up any of the adjustments, and that's what makes it really slick and very cool. So before we talk about comfort, if you guys are enjoying this, please hit that like button and hit that subscribe. Really appreciate it. So as for comfort, I'm a tall guy. I'm around 205 pounds. I would like to be around the 190-ish, but hey, that's why we set goals. So for my state, I'm really good with the seats. They're comfortable, they don't feel too small for me, not too big for them, etc. If I was around 250, 275, I think might be a different story, but we're all built differently, and that's something you guys need to take a look and just try them out. What I do love is the fact is when taking corners, I am one with the car. The seats hug me and I don't move. This ties into the racing feel and why the Recaro seats have really succeeded on the racetrack. I haven't tracked the car yet, but I know I will fall in love with them even more when that actually happens. So when you do track day, you do have two openings in the seat that allow you to basically add that cross seat belt to your assembly, which is again just additionally to the track experience. So we've talked about the positives. What are the negatives? With these upgrades, you will lose the ability to have heated seats. There is no option. Trust me, I've looked. Okay, I love my heated seats, and yes, it is a disappointment for me, but we only really have the old cold day, and overall, the car heats up and it does a phenomenal job of that. You will also lose the cooling features. For me, this is no loss. I finally got to try this out in a rental car, and when I turned it on, it felt like I wet my pants. So a little different, okay? So I'm not a fan of the feature, but maybe perhaps on a hot summer day, it would be nice, and then you could, cool off and everything, but we've got AC for that. So again, no loss on my side. And the second is there's no power or memorized seats. These seats remind me of my first car, my 1989 Firebird. The seats were manual, but in the positive, it's very easy to quickly adjust and move it. And two, you're not waiting for that power seat to take its time, open, etc. It's just quick, pull it up, slide it back, and you're ready to go. So in conclusion, why would you want to upgrade to the Recaro seats? Well, for one, they're a great way to add a touch of style to the interior, but more importantly, they provide excellent support and comfort during the spirit of the driving. And whether if you're on the track or a windy road, the experience is well worth it. So if you're looking for a way to take back your driving experience to the next level, well, consider investing into a set of Recaros, and you will not be disappointed. At first, they may feel a little stiff, but eventually do mold into you. And I've heard people complaining about the back. Well, simply just adjust it and, get more right up, and that's just common sense. I love them. They're a great seat, and ultimately, I'm glad I got them with my ride. The blue stitch looks amazing throughout, and that alone has received a ton of compliments from others. In the end, you as an individual need to try them out. You gotta, test them out. But at the end of the day, you get my vote for the upgrade. So thank you guys for joining me today. I'm gonna leave you some cool B-roll shots again. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. We got lots coming. And again, till next time, safe driving.